I'm so happy that I'm in a relationship where I feel secure.
Is he your boyfriend?
He's my fiance.
Okay, but can I ask you?
I think we skipped the boyfriend and girlfriend part.
How long have you guys been together now?
October 13th. That's when we...
It's a month ago.
So apparently Chrisean and her new gangbanging 19-year-old boyfriend, 30.
The internet is having a full-blown meltdown again. And no, it's not because someone microwaved a metal fork or fell off a scooter doing a TikTok challenge. Today's chaos is courtesy of the Chrisean Rock cinematic universe, where the plot twists are so wild even Netflix would ask for a script rewrite. Because out of nowhere, allegations dropped claiming Chrisean secretly married a 19-year-old gang member in what people say was a full-blown motel money fraud scheme. And trust me, this rumor didn't just shake the table, it flipped the entire house like a tornado with beef. The moment the accusation surfaced, the timeline split open like a cracked phone screen. Screenshots flew, TikToks multiplied, blogs exploded, and fans started sprinting into comment sections like they were fighting for Black Friday TVS. Because nothing says celebrity meltdown like fraud. A motel, a teenage gang member, and Chrisean's name in the same sentence. It's the type of scandal that makes the Kardashians look like quiet librarians living a peaceful Amish lifestyle. And the funniest part? Nobody knows where the rumor came from, but everyone wants to believe it because the chaos fits her universe too perfectly. People are yelling, debating, crying, laughing, praying, and making memes at the speed of lightning. And if you think this is already insane, oh no, baby. This is only the opening scene. The moment the rumor hit the internet that Chrisean Rock allegedly married a 19-year-old gang member in some shady motel money fraud scheme, the entire timeline reacted like someone plugged the Wi-Fi into a lightning storm. 1 second, everything was normal chaos, and the next, people were running into comments, tagging friends, and zooming into screenshots like FBI interns trying to impress their supervisor. This wasn't just gossip. It was the kind of scandal that made people pause mid-swipe and whisper, "Ain't no way," before diving in head first. And at the center of it all was Chrisean, once again trending for something nobody saw coming but everyone suddenly cared about. The story started in the shadiest way possible, a blurry screenshot of what looked like a marriage certificate floating around like a cursed relic. It had questionable fonts, suspicious signatures, and a motel address that screamed budget drama. The internet didn't even stop to verify anything. Instead, they accepted it instantly because nothing fits the Chrisean storyline more perfectly than an unexpectedly chaotic legal document involving a teenager with alleged gang ties. Suddenly, every blog, blogger, and conspiracy theorist came out of hiding like this was their Super Bowl. People immediately dug into the identity of the mysterious 19-year-old, who the internet nicknamed Lil Motel Money within hours. Rumors claimed he was a gang-affiliated kid from the outskirts of nowhere, someone whose biggest accomplishments included skipping school and knowing how to hotwire a scooter. Fans joked that Chrisean must have unlocked a side quest in life nobody asked for. Even the timeline was confused. How did she go from arguing with Blueface to allegedly committing marriage fraud at a motel with someone barely old enough to rent a car? The math wasn't mathing, and that made it even juicier. The motel allegations had their own entire ecosystem. People claimed she married him to help him commit fraud, while others insisted he married her to access her clout for some under-the-table scheme. Some said the two had been spotted together in a sketchy motel lobby that looked like the place air freshener goes to die. Others said the motel clerk leaked footage. None of it was proven, but the internet ran with it like they were auditioning for a gossip Olympics relay race. Chrisean, meanwhile, didn't react immediately, which, of course, only made the scandal grow like mold in a humid room. Silence is gasoline in the world of celebrity mess. And she gave the timeline a whole tank. People began making TikToks with dramatic music, theorizing the true meaning behind her silence like she was Beyoncé dropping an album hint. Influencers made tarot readings about her energy. Meme pages created entire sitcom edits showing Chrisean and the 19-year-old checking into different motels across America. Then Blueface chimed in with his usual misplaced confidence. He started throwing out cryptic tweets that made no sense, implying he knew about her little marriage games. Fans dragged him instantly. accusing him of being jealous, confused, and irrelevant all at the same time. They said he couldn't even keep track of his own problems but wanted to weigh in on someone else's scandal. People joked that Blueface didn't know what was happening but didn't want to miss the opportunity to publicly embarrass himself again. In the background, blog pages kept feeding the fire. They posted screenshots that could have been edited on a cracked iPhone, yet they delivered the dramatics with confidence. They claimed Chrisean married the teen for fast motel cash, which became a trending phrase within hours. Suddenly, everyone was making jokes about coupon codes, motel loyalty points, and fraudulent room deposits. TikTok comedians pretended to reenact the ceremony using bath towels as veils and plastic forks as microphones. It was all so ridiculous that it somehow became iconic. The tension peaked when someone posted a screenshot claiming the 19-year-old's gang validated the marriage. Fans couldn't tell if it was real, satire, or a message typed by someone who desperately needed a nap. But the comment sections didn't care. They simply embraced the chaos. People joked that the gang officiated the wedding like a group project nobody wanted to participate in. Others said they imagined the ceremony happening behind a dumpster with a broken streetlight flickering in the background. Through all this, Chrisean's fanbase was in shambles. Some defended her fiercely, insisting the story was fake from top to bottom. Others laughed because the plot twist felt almost too on-brand. And a small percentage genuinely believed the rumor and started making free Chrisean edits in advance, just in case the motel fraud plot turned out to be real. Everyone had an opinion, nobody had evidence. And that combination is exactly what kept the scandal alive. When Chrisean finally addressed the rumor, she didn't deny it the way people expected. Instead, she laughed, rolled her eyes, and basically said the internet needed hobbies. She said she didn't marry a teenager, didn't know any low motel money, and wasn't out here committing fraud for fun. Her dismissal was so blunt that it made the rumor even funnier. But critics weren't satisfied. They wanted tears, explanations, legal documents, PowerPoints, anything to confirm their theories. Carlissa, of course, entered the chat like she had been practicing her entrance all week. She delivered dramatic commentary claiming she wasn't surprised by the allegations, implying Chrisean had a pattern of questionable decisions. This naturally reignited old beef between them and reopened every wound they ever had, creating a brand new mini-war within the main scandal. People joke that Carlissa wakes up every morning looking for something Chrisean related to be offended by. Bloggers also added layers to the mess by claiming the alleged gang member had been seen bragging about knowing Chrisean. They posted blurry photos of a teenager who may or may not even exist. They made up entire storylines about how he met her, what he wanted, and why the motel scheme might have happened. It was like watching people build a fictional universe in real time with zero commitment to accuracy. By the end of the first wave, the scandal had become bigger than the original rumor. It had created sub-rumors, parallel theories, alternate timelines, and meme edits that will probably survive for generations. And the craziest part, the story wasn't finished. It was only getting stranger. As the rumor entered its second phase, the internet didn't just react, it completely malfunctioned like a laptop running 12 tabs, 3 games, and a virus scan at once. Suddenly, everyone became a fraud specialist, a gang analyst, and a motel industry historian. TikTok creators were stitching videos with dramatic reenactments using wigs made out of mop strings. Twitter philosophers wrote deep threads about the psychology of fraudulent motel marriages. Instagram pages posted infographics that looked scientific but were really just colored boxes filled with nonsense. The mess had expanded into a full-blown digital phenomenon. Things escalated quickly when someone claimed they found the 19-year-old's Facebook page. The profile had 3 blurry selfies to memes from 2018, and a status saying "grind, don't stop." That was enough for the internet to declare him the motel husband. People started analyzing every pixel of those photos like they were investigating an international crime ring. Some claimed he had motel curtains in the background. Others pointed out he had gang tattoos, though they were clearly Sharpie drawings from middle school. But logic didn't matter. The internet had chosen him. And that was that. The memes went viral. One viral edit showed Chrisean wearing a wedding dress made of motel towels. Another showed her dragging a suitcase while the 19-year-old held motel keys like they were engagement rings. Someone even created a fake Lifetime movie poster titled Married in Motel Room 9, The Chrisean Rock Story. The creativity was outrageous, disrespectful, and absolutely hilarious. Even people who tried to stay neutral were laughing until their ribs hurt. Blueface resurfaced, add gasoline to the chaos, acting like he was the official spokesperson of scandals he wasn't even involved in. He claimed the rumor sounded accurate, which the internet immediately roasted him for. People said he was projecting because he's the king of messy storylines, and now he couldn't handle someone else holding the spotlight. His comments were so unnecessary they actually revived old memes of him looking confused, lost, or publicly embarrassed. At this point, Blueface could breathe and the internet would find a way to clown him. Celebrities started reacting to, because nothing makes Hollywood feel alive like someone else's disaster. A few reality stars posted shady quotes about women doing anything for money. Some rappers joked they needed to check into motels to boost their careers. Even a famous influencer stitched the rumor saying she'd never seen anything this chaotic, and her own life was a tornado. The reactions added extra layers of drama, turning the rumor from random gossip into a multi-platform comedic event. Carlissa, never one to miss a chance to speak loudly, dove back into the scandal like a swimmer entering choppy waters with zero training. She claimed she believed every word, adding that Chrisean was always capable of such behavior. She threw out dramatic lines with the confidence of someone performing in a soap opera. The internet was split between laughing at her, agreeing with her, and begging her to log off. But she didn't. She kept talking like she had a spiritual mandate to narrate the chaos. Meanwhile, fans began digging deeper into the motel theory. They pulled up maps, motel reviews, and parking lot photos like this was a true crime investigation. Some swore they found a location Chrisean allegedly visited. Others insisted they recognized the 19-year-old from somewhere. A few declared the rumor was part of a bigger conspiracy involving money laundering, loyalty points, and a stolen waffle maker from the motel lobby. It was absurd, but in the world of internet scandals, absurdity is a form of currency. Chrisean responded again, this time more annoyed than amused. She said people needed hobbies, friends, sunlight, therapy, and perhaps electricity. She reminded everyone she had zero reason to marry someone who wasn't even old enough to buy a drink legally. Her attitude was sharp, sarcastic, and so humiliating that even her haters had to admit she was funny. But the rumor didn't die, in fact. Her denial made some people dig even deeper. Bloggers then escalated things by interviewing people who supposedly knew the gang member, even though these interviews were clearly filmed in someone's cousin's living room. They claimed he bragged about the marriage, that he had messages proving it, and that he was planning to release them soon. But the messages they showed had timestamps that made no sense, profile photos that looked AI generated, and grammar that suggested the texter was fighting for their life while typing. But none of that mattered. The internet wanted drama, not accuracy. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Someone leaked a video that supposedly showed Chrisean walking into a motel room with a hooded figure. The video was so blurry it could have been anyone. Some people said it wasn't even her. Others said the hooded figure was clearly 5 feet 4 inches and Chrisean doesn't hang out with short criminals. But the internet didn't need clarity. They edited it, added music, added commentary, slowed it down, enhanced the noise, basically everything except confirming whether it was real. Blueface chimed in again, this time saying Chrisean had a history of doing weird stuff. Fans immediately dragged him, reminding him he was the CEO of weird behavior. They said he was projecting again, deflecting again, and looking for attention again. His name trended not for the rumor, but for the way he kept inserting himself into it. Even people who believed the rumor agreed Blueface was making the situation about himself for no reason. More celebrities reacted, some with jokes, others with confusion, and a few with concern. A couple of spiritual influencers said the energy around the rumor felt heavy, cosmetic. YouTubers said they were disappointed, even podcast hosts who normally didn't know anything beyond their studio walls suddenly had opinions. Everyone wanted their slice of the scandal pie. The funniest part came when fans started acting like motel experts. They discussed room prices, cleaning policies, security cameras, and the likelihood of a fraudulent marriage occurring in the lobby while someone shouted about clean towels. People shared personal motel horror stories to prove the rumor made sense. One user even wrote a paragraph explaining how motels are prime locations for chaos because everything weird happens near vending machines. The rumor evolved into a kind of folklore. Some claimed it happened last month. Others said last year. A few said Chrisean and the 19-year-old were still secretly in touch. Nobody knew anything concrete, but everyone felt like they were part of the world's most ridiculous investigation. It was clear at this point, the scandal wasn't dying down. It was mutating, expanding, spiraling, and turning into something bigger than the original accusation. By the time the rumor reached its third evolution, the internet wasn't just reacting, it was fully hallucinating. People acted like they personally witnessed Chrisean standing at a motel altar while a 19-year-old gang member held a stolen Bible. The story had grown tentacles, subplots, and emotional arcs. It had villains, victims, witnesses, and imaginary characters with their own fan pages. What started as a blurry screenshot had now become a cinematic universe so chaotic it could qualify as psychological warfare. Blog pages continued, pumping out updates with confidence levels higher than their accuracy. They claimed the alleged gang member was preparing a tell-all, even though nobody could verify his existence. Others said the motel workers were scared to speak, even though every motel worker on the planet would absolutely spill the tea for a free lunch. Fans laughed, cried, argued, and added new theories as if they were writing the next season of a show that didn't exist. The chaos intensified when a random TikTok spiritual advisor claimed the rumor was energetically true, even if it wasn't literally true. The internet collectively screamed, "Girl, what?" But she doubled down, talking about vibrations, karma loops, and fraudulent frequencies. Her explanation made absolutely no sense. But it went viral because nothing fuels views like confident nonsense. People stitched her video, reacting with faces that deserved Oscars for dramatic confusion. Chrisean, watching all this unfold, looked exhausted but undefeated. She made fun of the idea of marrying a teenager, saying she would never even sign a library form with someone under 21, let alone marry them behind a Motel Ace machine. Her delivery was blunt, hilarious, and devastating to the rumor. She said people believed anything as long as it sounded chaotic, especially if her name was attached. Fans clapped back at blogs, demanding receipts that weren't drawn on notebook paper. Meanwhile, Blueface continued embarrassing himself with comments that had nothing to do with the situation. He hinted that he knew secrets, but when pressed, he had nothing but recycled subtext and confusion. He acted like he had insider intel, but the internet knew he was just talking for attention. People joked that he wasn't a part of the rumor but desperately wanted to be included, like a kid being ignored at recess. Carlessa entered again like a recurring character who refuses to be written out. She went on another tangent, insisting the rumor felt true spiritually even after Chrisean denied everything. She gave dramatic speeches filled with adjectives, emotion, and zero factual content. The internet roasted her, saying she treated every rumor like a prophecy. But she didn't stop. She kept talking like she was narrating a documentary only she could see. Then came the supposed marriage document 2.0. A different screenshot leaked, even uglier than the first. This one had misspellings, incorrect dates, and a signature that looked like it was written by a toddler using their non-dominant hand. But people still reposted it, shouting, "See? See, more proof." The desperation was so loud it echoed through the comment sections like a bad karaoke performance. Celebrities added fuel again. One rapper joked that Chrisean should drop the motel husband like a mixtape. A famous YouTuber made a parody wedding rehearsal video. Even comedians joined the chaos, writing entire stand-up bits about motel marriages and gang member romances. The scandal turned into a cultural moment bigger than anyone predicted. Then, unexpectedly, the alleged 19-year-old spoke out, or at least someone claiming to be him. They posted a TikTok showing only their shoes and said in a deep voice, "It's real." The internet erupted into laughter because the shoes looked like they came from a clearance bin. Commenters roasted him instantly, saying he couldn't even show his face because the lie was so flimsy. The video got millions of views, mostly from people clowning him. Bloggers tried interviewing him through voice notes, but everything sounded like an improv skit with no direction. He contradicted himself in every sentence, changed details repeatedly, and kept calling Chrisean like he just learned her name yesterday. People concluded the teenager, if he was even real, was absolutely lying for clout. Finally, Chrisean decided she had enough. She went live and broke down the entire rumor with surgical precision. She said she had never married anyone, didn't know the person, and wasn't involved in any motel schemes. She told fans to stop believing nonsense created by bored strangers with cracked screens and overactive imaginations. Her tone was firm, funny, and confident enough to end the conversation for anyone with common sense. But the internet isn't known for common sense. Some still insisted something felt off. Others claimed she was hiding the truth, even after evidence proved the rumor was a digital fever dream. But the majority began shifting their attention to roasting the blogs, not her. They said the rumor was the most unserious scandal of the year, and they weren't wrong. People made TikToks mocking the way stories spread without logic, and they dragged anyone who supported the fraud theory without real evidence. Blueface tried to reinsert himself again, but by now, people ignored him like a pop-up ad. He tried posting shady emojis, but nobody cared. He tried throwing shots, but they bounced off instantly. The internet had moved past him and was laser-focused on the comedic value of the rumor itself. As things cooled down, fans reflected on the chaos with disbelief. They couldn't believe they spent days discussing a fake marriage with a fictional gang member in a motel that might not even exist. They asked themselves how a conspiracy with zero logic managed to dominate every platform. They realized the rumor wasn't about truth, it was about entertainment, confusion, and the unstoppable power of viral stupidity. Chrisean walked away from the situation with minimal damage, mostly annoyed but stronger for surviving another digital circus. The alleged gang member faded back into the shadows like a side character who didn't pass the audition. Bloggers pretended they never posted about it. Celebrities moved on to the next scandal. And Carlissa. She probably found a new spiritual warning to talk about before breakfast. In the end, the motel marriage fraud scandal didn't destroy reputations. It destroyed logic. It proved the internet will believe anything if it sounds chaotic enough. And it reminded the world that Chrisean's name alone can turn nonsense into news within minutes. Because in the universe of celebrity drama, rumors don't need truth. They just need momentum. If you made it through this entire motel marriage madness without your brain overheating, congratulations! You are officially built for the celeb ruckus universe. Before you leave, do me a favor and smash that like button like you're slamming a motel door on your way out of a fraudulent honeymoon. Drop a comment telling me which part had you screaming into the void, because trust me, the reactions are funnier than half the rumors themselves. Make sure you hit subscribe too. Because this channel doesn't just report drama, we deep fry it, overseason it, and serve it sizzling hot before the blogs even wake up. Around here, scandals don't stroll in politely. They crash through the window, flip the table, steal the towels, and check out before noon. And if you blink, you'll miss the next meltdown. Confession, leak, argument, surprise pregnancy, surprise breakup, surprise cousin. or surprise fraud scheme the celebrity world throws at us. Don't turn those notifications on like you're turning on the neon vacancy sign at the infamous motel from today's saga. This is the only place where chaos gets narrated with sarcasm sharp enough to slice through confusion, humor loud enough to drown out the delusion, and storytelling wilder than the rumors themselves. You don't want to miss what's coming next, trust me. This circus stays booked and busy. So stay plugged in. Stay entertained. Stay ready for nonsense so wild it makes your group chat look peaceful. This is Celeb Ruckus, where scandals don't just happen.